Hey guys, today we're going to go over some quick tips and tricks for PvP in Last Oasis. So first thing I want to say is I'm by no means an expert at PvP or PvP in this game or Last Oasis in general. Neither is my friend here, but we've learned some things through experience that I figure will help most people, especially when they're new to the game and they're trying to figure out how PvP works. So, for the most part, in Last Oasis, PvP is very similar to a lot of Twitch-based PvP games as far as the combat works. If that's something you're not used to, the biggest thing you can do to improve at PvP is practice the skills, the directional swings, how long different weapons take to swing, how to block, parry, move, things like that, because that's going to be what really determines how well you perform in this game. So a great example would be the grappling hook, right? That's something you can practice with, improve with, but it's huge for getting into areas quickly, out of areas quickly, getting up onto walkers, mitigating fall damage, a whole ton of stuff. It's an integral part of the game. So if you can practice with and upgrade that grappling hook, that's going to go a long ways into improving your skills. One other really big thing in this game, and it's something I didn't even realize until I learned the hard way, is that when you kill somebody in this game, even if you kill them all the way, they can respawn on their walker if they have the resources, and if they have like a gear haul built, they will automatically equip their weapons. So, you may be going into a 2v2 thinking you're going to be great, but if they respawn on their ship and they get a bunch of new weapons and you're low on health, that's going to be an issue. So be aware of those kind of things. One other really big thing is going to be your situational awareness. And what I really mean by this is scouting out the area, seeing how many people are on a ship, I've done that so many times where I roll up to like a dinghy and I assume there's going to be one or two people on there and there's all of a sudden 6 guys swarming me. And you'll actually see that in some of this footage. We die a lot because of that sort of situation. So this footage is a perfect example. This is what taught me, you need to be aware of what you're rolling up on. So if it's possible for you to kind of go around the area and see what they're doing, how many people are there, how they're geared before you engage in combat, that's a really good idea. So as you'll see here in this footage, initially we did pretty good with these guys. We rolled up, we had the element of surprise. My buddy got on the ballista, took out one of them, I jumped down, took out another one. They respawned and took off. At that point we should have left the area. A lot of times people are going to have friends, they're going to have allies around, and if you hang out in that same spot too long, you're just asking for trouble. So I, stupidly, decided to deploy the base, and I cut out some of the footage, but there had been a few minute gap there. And we're getting everything loaded into the base, and they come back, they roll up on us, they damage our ship, so we can't actually put the base back in our ship, so we're kind of stuck. We're ducks in water at that point. I mean, at that point, there's more people, and we can't really move. And that kind of leads me into my next tip, which is the element of surprise. So yes, be aware of your situation, try to scout people out, but if you can avoid being seen, that's going to help you a ton. If you can roll up on guys and they don't know you're going to be there, they don't have a plan, they don't really know what's going on. I mean, you're going to have a few seconds before they really figure everything out, and that's going to give you the leg up you need to even take on groups bigger than your own. I kind of touched on siege equipment earlier when I was talking about the ballista, but if you have equipment on your ship, you should use it. That can give you a huge advantage if you manage to take somebody out before you've even engaged in melee combat with these guys. So siege equipment is huge. My final tip for this video is something you can actually see demonstrated here. It's positioning and escape routes. Don't put yourself in the situation like we did here where your walker is stuck. We could not move. We were basically at their mercy at this point. So make sure when you roll up, you know how you can get out of there if you need to do that, and make sure you don't put yourself in the situation where you can't. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If there's anything that I left out in this video, any sort of tips for me or anybody else, please comment them down below, as that'll help out a lot. If you want to see more Last Oasis content in the future, I will be uploading some, so please subscribe. Peace.